Hey, what's going on, you guys? Welcome back. I am Van, and we are all the LFR family. Happy Labor Day to everyone. Hopefully, you click the like button. That's the only price of admission for my live streams. This will be a really short one. And also, if you're feeling extra generous, feel free to share this bad boy. Below the video, hit share, copy the link, share it on Facebook groups, LinkedIn, X, Reddit, wherever you can share it. All right. All right. So we are here to talk about how Tulsi Gabbard completely annihilated Dana Bash. I do realize that the words that's on the thumbnail is a little corny. Dana got bashed, but she actually did, because she got caught slipping, trying to take up for Kamala Harris, trying to protect Kamala Harris, and Tulsi Gabbard gave her a few nuggets that helped her along her way. Helped her gain a little bit more clarity as to how Tulsi Gabbard sees things from her perspective. And it really helped out. But before we check that out, I want to show everybody the time where most people fell in love or just completely started hating Donald Trump, man. When Megyn Kelly was interviewing him, well, he was in a debate. He was in a debate and she was asking him questions. And check this out right here. I don't know if y'all remember this, but this is titled "Only Rosie O'Donnell." And only the real MAGA and Trump supporters will remember this. But this right here is entitled "Only Rosie O'Donnell." All right, let's go.
Mr. Trump, one of the things people love about you is you speak your mind and you don't use a politician's filter. However, that is not without its downsides, in particular when it comes to women. You've called women you don't like fat pigs, dogs, slobs, and disgusting animals. Your Twitter account—
Only Rosie O'Donnell.
No, it wasn't.
Thank you.
Mr. Trump, one of the things people love about you is you speak—
The timing of it was absolutely perfect. The timing was awesome. And that's why Kamala Harris said that she will only debate Trump if there's no audience. I thought she loved audiences, so she can make her little jokes, so she can cackle, so she can, you know what I mean, get out there and try to, what you call it, pander with the best of them. So I just really wanted to show y'all that, man. That was called Only Rosie O'Donnell. Feel free to share that bad boy. Just in case y'all forgot, this right here is one of the greats that should go on your playlist. And also, before we start talking about Tulsi Gabbard and how she annihilated, demolished, destroyed, blast Dana Bash and CNN, we must talk about the daggone, what you call it, the elephant in the room. And the elephant in the room is Tulsi Gabbard is a fox. Holy crap. Tulsi Gabbard is a fox. All right, let's get to the first one, man. Y'all let me know whatever y'all want me to know in the comments. This is not going to be a really long live. Happy Labor Day to everybody. Hit that like button and share this bad boy, man. Y'all are absolutely phenomenal. Hopefully y'all are in great spirits, and hopefully you gave God all praise, glory, and honor for waking you up this morning, for blessing you and your family, protecting you all from seen and unseen dangers, putting a roof over your head, and all those good things. Do not only look at the special gifts. Look at the day-to-day things that help you and your family get by, and the fact that you can reach over and touch your spouse, or go in another room and check on your siblings, or if they're staying with you, or your children, if they're still with you, and you see them breathing and you hear them healthy. You know what I mean? That's worth giving God praise. Okay, let's check this out, man. Tulsi Gabbard is a fox. Here we go.
They seem to have broken the rules and perhaps even federal law by putting out the campaign video. I want to ask you about—
I just like to say one last thing on this, because I think it's important, and I've seen a lot of the headlines and the stories and the concerns that people are raising about this. But to me, as a soldier and as someone who has been deployed to different war zones in the world, and I have friends who are buried there at Section 60, what is more outrageous to me is that there wasn't universal coverage of the momentous day of the 3rd anniversary of the loss of these 13 Gold Star families, and the outrage that they feel that their loved ones are not getting the kind of coverage and memory that their great sacrifice deserves. That is what everyone should be outraged about.
Absolutely. And I don't know if you remember this. I don't know if any of you seen this entire conversation, which I did. If you did not, go and look at the entire conversation. It's on CNN's YouTube channel. And if you look in the comment section, nobody is backing CNN behind these conversations that they had with Tulsi Gabbard. But go ahead, check them out, because right after this, Dana Bash's follow-up was, well, we did celebrate it 2 years ago when it happened. And Dana Bash was like 3 years. It was 3 years. And she was like, oh, I'm sorry, it was 3 years. And Dana Bash still didn't know. And then, to be more specific, Tulsi Gabbard said, yeah, on August 26th to the day, 3 years is when it happened. And I don't understand why y'all only touched on it when it very first happened, but when the families are being honored, you don't touch on it again. That's because CNN, nor the liberals, the Democrats, they don't give a damn about that unless it helps their agenda. If it does not help their agenda, they're not speaking on it at all. At all. So that's the reason why Dana Bash wanted to talk about that. And Tulsi Gabbard cleared it up, because the only thing Dana Bash and CNN want to cover is that in that particular section of the Arlington Cemetery, there were rules that she believed Trump and his team broke. And we want to stick to that, because there's a bunch of other people who are buried there and they're upset and they're crying because they don't like Trump. And he was there and he was recording. So Tulsi Gabbard had the chin checker. But that's not the biggest part right there. I just wanted to start it off with that right there. But here's the big joint right here. No Diddy. All right, so here's the big joint I wanted to show you guys. All right, so let me know whatever y'all want me to know in the comments, man. Dana Bash will always be one of the people who will try to take up and try to stick up for the left no matter what. But check this out. Tulsi Gabbard completely, now I do know that Dana Bash already has a long chin, but it looks like her chin hit the desk when Tulsi Gabbard dropped these bombs on her. And again, Tulsi Gabbard is a fox. Hubba, hubba. All right? Hubba, hubba. And although JD Vance is pretty cool, it would have been beautiful to look at her as a VP candidate. You know, that's just me. That's just me. All right? That's just me. Okay, let's go and check it out. Happy Labor Day to everybody. Hit the like button.
And it is a remarkable situation in that you are
Hold on 1 second. I'm playing the wrong daggone video. Okay, here we go.
And it is a remarkable situation in that you are a Democrat who debated her in a Democratic primary, and now you are helping the Republican nominee to debate her. And on that, I remember in 2020, you attacked Harris for being too aggressive as a prosecutor, which is the opposite from what Donald Trump is saying about her as weak on crime. So which is it?
Now, the way she started it off was real slick. The way she started it off was trying to put Tulsi Gabbard into a hypocritical box, saying at first you was a Democrat running for the Democratic ideology. And then you said that she was too tough at one point. But now Trump, who you support, is saying that she's weak and not tough at all. Break it down. Watch how Tulsi Gabbard puts her foot in her back pockets until she has sugar honey iced tea on her toenails.
What I pointed out in that debate stage in the 2020 campaign was her hypocrisy. It was how she was saying one thing and doing another, how she was prosecuting people for smoking marijuana and laughing about it when she was asked about it on a radio show. And I think this goes to the heart of many of these different issues that we're seeing now that Kamala Harris is trying to hide from voters, is how she says her position is one thing, but her actions and her record show exactly the opposite. And you can point to that on issues related to the economy, issues related to freedom of speech. She says she stands for freedom of speech. And yet, as we've seen time and time again, her and Joe Biden have taken actions both directly and indirectly to censor free speech. Most recently, I can point to my own experience of this, of how the Harris-Biden administration have added me to a secret domestic terror watch list the very day after Kamala Harris was endorsed by Joe Biden. And I was on TV and warning the American people about what I saw as the dangers of a Kamala Harris presidency, taking action that was clearly political retaliation. They've done this to a lot of different people, which points to how dangerous it is to have people in power so willing to abuse that power to go after political opponents.
Okay. All right.
Now, hold on. So this is what's so interesting about this is Dana Bash was starting to get told in her ear, okay, stop her, be quiet, hush her up, change the topic, ask her something else, rebut that, because Dana Bash is so locked in with left-leaning ideology that she claims that she never heard about the story of Tulsi Gabbard being targeted by Kamala Harris and the Biden administration, which absolutely happened. And Tulsi Gabbard showed receipts of these things happening. Tulsi Gabbard showed receipts. And Dana Bash said, oh, I never heard anything about that. We need to change the topic. We need to ask you about something else. Everything that Tulsi just now said is absolutely facts. Facts, son. Facts. And when Dana Bash was talking to Kamala, I don't know if you remember this, but the entire time that she was talking to Kamala barely even looked her in her eyes. Kamala would look down at the desk and try to come up with whatever word salad she wanted to put in there, some onions, some olives, a little bit of lettuce, cucumbers. She was coming up with whatever she can put in that word salad to answer the question, which she never answered most times. And she was just trying to get around it. And most times she didn't even answer the question. Dana Bash would not hold her to account. Now, she did say, but you were in office for the last 3.5 years. What about that part? And every single time Kamala will go back, no, it's the last 10 years. It's the last decade. Let's go back to when Trump very first came into office. That's when the problem started, not the last 3.5 years. And I'm not going to tell you any of my accomplishments in the last 3.5 years, but I will tell you my accomplishments when I was an attorney. I will tell you my accomplishments when I was in college at an HBCU because I'm Black. You know, let's cover that. And then Dana Bash says, but what about the fact that they keep on saying that you're not Black? And she was like, next question. I don't want to talk about that. Obviously, you don't want to talk about that because that would end up kicking you in your hind parts too, because her dad is Jamaican and her mom is Indian. All right. All right. But we're not going to get into that right there. Thank you so much for the super chat, Nadu. I'm sure I butchered your name, but thank you so much for the super sticker. I really appreciate it. But this is what I wanted to show you guys. That's it. I just wanted to show y'all that because Tulsi Gabbard is always on point, and CNN did not realize that that Tulsi was going to do this to Dana Bash, and Dana Bash was not prepared. She wasn't. Only thing she was there for was to make sure that Kamala Harris and the Biden administration looks good after this interview. After this interview, this right here was eye contact, serious grown woman conversation with an actual veteran who know what it's like to lose a fellow veteran, you know what I mean, at the Arlington Cemetery. But to Tulsi Gabbard, it was true to her. It was near and dear to her. It meant something to her. And to Dana Bash, it was nothing but we heard you broke the rules. And we heard that there was an altercation. And we heard. The people were saying that Trump punched somebody in the throat because he wanted to record over there. And none of that actually happened. And Tulsi Gabbard was like, wait a minute. It was a great event. It was a joyous occasion. Obviously, it was sad because people passed, and we were there to pay tribute and pay honor to the families that were there, and Donald Trump was invited by the families. So let's not forget that part. It was just a whole lot going on in that bad boy. I wish y'all go back and watch the entire conversation, share it, and also consider reporting on it yourself as a content creator. I'm just saying, listen, we aren't special. Content creators aren't special. We only have cameras and microphones, and we just get on here and we talk about our perspectives. That's it. But a lot of you, I can tell through the comments, through the chats, through the emails, that you all are extremely knowledgeable of a lot of things that are happening in our country and outside of our country. And your voices are necessary. They are. Don't worry about how you look, how you sound, none of that. You are beautiful, you are handsome, you are smart, you are all those other things. All to put a whole bunch of positive adjectives near your name and near your face. Okay, that's what you are. Now get on there and talk about it. Why? Because they're going to try to steal this bad boy. They're going to try to arrest Trump before he even have an opportunity for the people to make a decision as to who they want to represent them as the next president of the United States of America. That's why they're trying to speed along another indictment that just now hit so that they can get him up out of here. To them, this is a game. To them, they already know that the game is being controlled by the puppet masters, and that Kamala Harris or whoever they put in the seat as the Democratic leader don't matter, because they're looking at the last 3.5 years. They know for a fact that Joe Biden was not running the country. Shh, don't tell nobody. And they also know for a fact that Kamala Harris was not doing a damn thing. But when they needed to speak to the women and talk about women's rights, they sent her out there. When they need to talk about people of color, they send her out there. That's it. She really didn't have a strong suit that they needed her to speak on, but they hired her for a reason. She was a DEI hire, and I don't care about all of her accolades. She was a DEI hire. Nobody chose her. No one chose her. The people had an opportunity to choose her. They did not choose her. And then the people had another opportunity to choose her at the DNC, but what they did to Joe Biden was very sneaky, very calculated, and we are just going along with it like, well, Joe Biden got sick at the 11th hour, and we had to put the next best option into play, which is his VP, which is not the case. It was all set up that way. It was all set up that way. And if you're looking right now at the left, they are scared. They are afraid, because with all of the tricks that they've been playing, she still looks like she's going to lose the race. Ha, ha, ha. The joke is on them. Y'all let me know whatever y'all want me to know in the comments below, man. Y'all are absolutely phenomenal. Make sure y'all share this bad boy, like this video, share it below, hit the copy link below, and share it on X, Facebook, Reddit, LinkedIn, everywhere. I'm here to talk my sugar honey iced tea. Y'all make sure y'all enjoy the rest of your Labor Day, and make sure that when you walk past a mirror in your house, you smile. You show yourself that you love yourself, because this world is way too negative already. All right? And make sure you show love to other people as well, regardless of what side they lean on politically. Make sure you're showing love to people. Lead by example. Be that person that you will vote for. How about that? But also, don't play into the propaganda. Get out there and get your facts. Deep dive, so that when you do have conversations that become heated debates with the opposite sides, you know what the hell you're talking about. Okay? Please do that. Thank you so much. Y'all are absolutely amazing. Thank you, and shout out to all of my LFR family. Y'all are dope. And shout out to all my blues who helped as well. I'll see y'all in the next live stream. Enjoy the rest of y'all rest of y'all Labor Day. Peace.